Hello everyone. So today I'm solving question number question number 3 of exercise 2.3 of NCERT into different way. Okay, I'll show you the solution to different way. You can choose whatever is suitable for you. So what the question is, obtain all other zeros of these polynomial if two of its zeros are this. So the given polynomial is a biquadratic, degree is 4. So I have written this as px. So degree 4, so it will have 4 zeros. So let the zeros be alpha, beta, gamma and delta. Okay. Now given that two of its zeros are this, so I take, let alpha be root 5 upon 3 and beta be minus root 5 upon 3. So we have to find the remaining two zeros, gamma and delta. So this is the question. Now I can solve in two different ways. I told you. The first method that I'll adopt will be using factor theorem. So factor theorem, as you recall, that is, if px is a polynomial, and if p of a is 0, then x minus a is a factor of px. So this is factor theorem. So a is 0. P of a is 0 means a is a 0 of px. So if a is a 0 of px, x minus a is a factor. So I can use this knowledge. So since this is a 0, so x minus alpha will be a 0 of px. Similarly, if this beta is also 0, so x minus beta will be 0 of px. And their product of these two factors will be again a factor of px. So we find the product of these two factors. So this x minus alpha and x minus beta, I put the values of alpha and beta, and on simplifying I am getting this. Now again you see, I have taken out one third common, so to avoid fractional numbers. So obviously this one will be also 3x square minus 5 will be also a factor of px. So if I divide px by this factor, the quotient that I will be getting will contain the other zeros. So what we have done, we have simply divided this given polynomial by this. Okay, so this division process you know how to do. Then what is the quotient? This is the quotient. So this px is equal to this divisor into quotient. Since this is a factor, so remainder will be always 0. Now, so the quotient is factorized into two linear factors. So from each factor, now I will be getting the zeros. So when x plus 1 is 0, that implies x is equal to minus 1. The both are same, similar factors, so I will be getting similar values for the zeros. In this factor, alpha betas are there, and in these two factors, gamma and delta. So in this case, the other zeros are equal. So therefore in answer I can write that gamma and delta in answer, you write the other zeros are both minus 1. Gamma is also minus 1, delta is also minus 1. So this is the method, one of the method where I have to do the division of px by the polynomial which is obtained by the product of the two factors which are obtained from the corresponding zeros. So this is, in this case, only this division you have to do carefully so that you get the correct quotient. Okay. Now the other method where I will be using relationships between zeros and coefficient, that I am showing. So same thing, same question. When I use relationships, it is very simple. So these are the zeros. So using the first relationships, sum of all the zeros, you know, minus b upon a. Now comparing this polynomial with the standard one, what is your, let me write down the first, the coefficients. A is 3, the coefficient of the highest power term, then b is this one 6, coefficient the next power, then c minus 2, d minus 10, and lastly e is the constant, that is minus 5. So that we get comparing the given polynomial with the standard one. Now I can put these values in the equation. So this is your alpha. Let's put the values. B is 6 and A is 3. Getting cancelled, or gamma plus delta is equal to minus 2. So I got one relation. This is the first relation I have used. I'll use the last relation. What is that? Also you know the product of all the zeros, you know. What is that? Constant, that is E upon coefficient of the highest power term. So alpha is 0 root 5 by 3. Beta is minus root 5 by 3. Gamma delta, what is E is 0 minus 5, A is 3. Now this into this, this root sign will go, so or minus 5 by 3. As you know these things, that is root A whole square is A, that is used here. So minus sign is there, this whole square minus into this, into gamma delta is minus 5 by 3. So this minus 5 by 3 getting cancelled, or I am left with gamma delta is plus 1, because minus getting cancelled. So 2. So I am getting two equations. Always we do get in this way when I use relationships. One a linear one using the first relation where the sum of the zeros is minus b upon a, and the last relation where product of all the zeros is e upon a. So this. Now we can very easily solve this. What we do is substitute one of the variable from this equation in this. So from 1 what do I get? From 1 I get delta is equal to minus gamma minus 2, this one. So this I will be using in 2. Therefore equation 2 becomes gamma into delta, in place of delta I write minus gamma minus 2 is equal to 1. So open it, or minus gamma square minus 2 gamma is equal to 1. Transpose these two terms to the other side, so both will become plus, or gamma square plus 2 gamma plus 1 is equal to 0. Now this is an identity, a square plus 2ab plus b square, so I can write it in this way, a plus b whole square is equal to 0, or taking square root, which gives you gamma is equal to minus 1. Gamma minus 1, I got 1, 0, and put this value of gamma here, therefore delta is equal to minus gamma minus into minus, or I can use this one simple, this will be better instead of this. I can use this also, or okay. From this I can get the value of delta, where delta will be also minus 1. Or I can use here, what is delta? Delta is 1 upon gamma, so is 1 by minus 1 is minus 1. So very easily I can get the answers. This is the method of relationships. Now I am solving some questions from polynomial chapter, where symmetric function of zeros of a polynomial will be shown. Okay, now you see the question, if alpha and beta are zeros of this polynomial, then find the values of these and these three parts. Now you see, this typical, this kind of expressions are known as symmetric functions of zeros of polynomial. Okay, now these will be useful in some question which I will be showing you later. Now let us do this question, solve this. So first let me write down the polynomial. So polynomial px, given polynomial is this one, x square plus 3x plus 2. Comparing this with the standard one, ax square plus bx plus c. Let me first write down the value of the coefficients. A is equal to coefficient of x square 1, b is equal to coefficient of x 3, and c is the constant. So this is the first thing we do. Now let us use the relationship, the first part. Before that, let me write down the relationships, okay? Sum of the zeros is minus b upon a. What is minus b? That is minus 3 by 1, okay? That is minus 3. So alpha plus beta is minus 3. And product of zeros is c upon a. C is your 2 by 1, that is 2. So these two things I have. Say give this equation 1 and say this is equation 2. So after writing the values of the coefficient and getting the equations of the zeros, we will start solving. So first part, alpha square plus beta square. Now you know this identities, this is equal to a square plus b square is a plus b whole square minus 2ab. This you know for the first identity that in algebraic identities. So I can simply put the values from equation 1 and 2. It is very easy. So this will become, so alpha square plus beta square. Alpha plus beta is minus 3 whole square minus 2. Alpha beta is 2. So the value is 9 minus 4, that is 5. So this is the answer. Okay. Here you can write in bracket using equation 1 and 2, because I use these two for by putting the values of these two. Okay. Now come to the second part. Alpha cube plus beta cube. Again you see the algebraic identities that you have learnt in 9th class are useful now. So you have to remember identities. A cube plus b cube. What is a cube plus b cube? Is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So these algebraic identities you have to remember. Now simply put the values. It's as simple as that. Alpha plus beta using 1, it is minus 3 whole cube. 3, alpha beta is 2 using 2, and again it is minus 3. So again you can write this thing using 1 and 2. So simplifying, get the result. Minus 27, minus minus plus, 3 to just 6, 6 3, 18. So in this way get the answers. So it is minus 9 as the answer. Lastly, third part. What we do here, you see, I express alpha to the power 4 in this form, so that it comes in this form. So it is a plus b whole square minus 2ab, that I will be writing here. So here a is your alpha square, b is beta square. So you write it in this way. A plus b whole square minus 2ab. The same identity I have used here. Now alpha square plus beta square, I already know the value from first part, that is 5. So I can directly put it here. 5 square minus 2. This is alpha beta whole square actually. 25 minus 2 into alpha beta is your 2. That is 2 square. So I get the answer in this way. 25 minus 8. So what is the answer? It is 17, I think. So in this way I can get the value. Using algebraic identities, I can find the values of the symmetric functions of zeros. Pause. So another question, similar where the powers of the zeros are taken negative. So similarly, you see this is the polynomial. Comparing the standard one, I have written the values of the coefficients as A, B, C. So the two relationships, sum of the zeros is this and product of the zeros is this. Okay, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So now the first part, alpha to the power minus 1 plus beta to the power minus 1. So that is 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Simplify. So algebraic simplification we have done. So now simply put the values. From equation 1 this is your minus 5 and from equation 2 this is plus 5. So answer is minus 1. So this is like this. Second part. When the powers are minus 2. So it will be like this. Take the LCM, alpha square, beta square. Then you know the method of simplification. So here again I have to use the algebraic identity a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a square plus b square is your a plus b whole square minus 2ab. Using the algebraic identity, and here it is like this. Then simply put the values and get the answer. From equation 1 this is minus 5 whole square. From equation 2 this is plus 5. From equation 2 this is 5 square. So this simplifying I'll get the answer. This is 25 minus 10 upon 25. Okay. So it is 15 by 25. So I'll get it divided by 5. 5 3 is 15. Answer is this. Okay. Next, the third part, where power will be minus 3. Minus 3. So it is like this. Algebraic simplification, then I will be using algebraic identity. Again, a cube plus b cube is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Algebraic identity, and then this one. Then by putting the values from equation 1 and 2, you get the result. Minus 5 whole cube minus 3 into alpha beta is 5. This is again minus 5 and denominator alpha beta is 5 cube. Then by simplifying you get the answer. Answer will be minus 2 by 5. So the after simplifying you should get minus 2 by 5. That should be the answer. If you simplify, you can do it yourself. Okay. Now I'll show you the application of the symmetric functions of zeros of a polynomial, which I have shown you in the last video. So the question, if alpha beta are zeros of this polynomial, then form a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are alpha square and beta square. So let's see how we can do this. So let the required polynomial whose zeros are alpha square and beta square be ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. Then by the relationships between zeros and coefficients, these are the zeros, so sum of the zeros alpha square plus beta square will be minus b upon a, equation 1, and the product of the zeros will be c upon a. These two relationships we have derived before and we know this. Okay. Now let us come to this. Alpha beta are the zeros of this. So the polynomial x square minus 4x plus 3. So for this polynomial, what are the values of the coefficient? A is coefficient of x square 1. Then b is coefficient of x minus 4 and c is the constant. So sum of the zeros of this polynomial, that is, these are the zeros, therefore sum of the zeros will be minus b upon a. So that is minus of b is your minus 4, a is 1. So this is your 4. So alpha plus beta is 4. So equation 3. Then product of the zeros, c upon a. C is your 3 by 1. So that is 3. So alpha beta is 3. This is the another equation. So you see, now to find the values of these alpha square plus beta square, we can use these two equations 3 and 4. So now alpha square plus beta square by the algebraic identity alpha plus beta whole square minus 2ab. Okay, algebraic identity, put the values from equation 3 and 4. Alpha plus beta is your 4 square minus 2 into this is 3. 16 minus 6, that is 10. So this is equal to 10. Now what is from equation 1? Therefore minus b upon a is equal to 10. And from equation 1. So therefore what is b? b will be equal to minus 10a. Minus 10a by cross multiplying. Minus b is equal to 10a or b is equal to minus 10a. Similarly from this, this is okay. And then this one. Now alpha square beta square is equal to alpha beta whole square. That is, what is alpha beta? That is your 3 from equation 4. Okay. So equation 2, therefore from equation 2 alpha square plus beta square is your c by a. So I write c by a is equal to 9. Therefore c is equal to 9. So I get these two relations. B is minus 10 and c is 9. A is common to both the relations, so I can assume any value of a. For simplicity, let us take a to be 1. So let a is equal to 1. Then what will be b? Then b will be minus 10 and c will be 9. Therefore your answer, what is the answer? That is, this is the answer. Required polynomial is this. So just put the values of a, b and c and get the answer. A is 1, so it is x square. B is minus 10x plus c 9. Okay, so this is the required polynomial answer. So okay, then form a polynomial whose zeros are this and this. So this is the required quadratic polynomial whose zeros are square of the zeros of this polynomial. So here you see the application of the symmetry functions have been done.